allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Schulte.
Here.
Mr. Loring.
Here.
Elmers.
Here.
Mr. DeBoer.
Here.
We would first look for approval of today's agenda.
Any changes?
I don't have any.
I'll make a motion on the agenda.
I'll support it.
Motion from Schulte, support from DeBoer for the agenda as was provided. Any further discussion? No discussion. Those in favor of approval signify with aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Next, we would look at our minutes from our last meeting, September 16. Not as wordy as you often get.
I know, I wish I had minutes like that every week. It was wonderful.
I'll make a motion for the minutes.
Second it.
Motion for approval of the minutes from DeBoer, support from Loring. Any further discussion? No discussion on the minutes. All those in favor of approval signify with aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Approved minutes. We would next look at the October schedule, like 14th and 28th. Anything further?
28.
I'll make a motion for the 14th and the 28th. Support.
Motion by Helmer, support from Schulte to set our schedule for October for the 14th and the 28th. Any further discussion? None, and all those in favor of that schedule signify with aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. We can look to consider the approval of Jessica Cook's appointment as collections representative.
That's $20 an hour, Sandy. That's $20 an hour.
New position in the attorney's office.
Correct. She started yesterday.
Trust me, there's no sign here sticker.
There's what?
There's no
Oh,
sign here
I
sticker.
did
You
trust you,
me.
isn't it? Yeah.
Full sticker.
I'll make a motion for Jessica Cook.
Supported.
There's a motion from Schulte, support from Loring for approval of the appointment of Jessica Cook as collections representative. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor of that appointment signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, same sign. We have consider approval of right-of-way purchase for the I-15 bridge project. Or is that a lowercase l?
It's an I.
I-
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I-15 is the bridge over by Poet. That's the one that was washed out by the flood in 2024. We've been moving through the process with FEMA on that bridge. We did get environmental clearance from the Corps of Engineers about a month ago, so we moved into doing right-of-way acquisition. So we're allowed to do that. It's similar to how we've done all of our right-of-way acquisitions. We go look 6 months back at property sales for vacant land, throw out the high and the low to come up with an average price per acre. In this case, on the I-15 bridge, we don't have any permanent right-of-way. We only have temporary easements. So temporary easements are paid at 10% of that price per acre per year. Yeah, we're dealing with two property owners. This represents the east side of the bridge where there's actually a gravel pit. That person has signed the purchase agreement, has agreed to the price. We actually have been in negotiations with the person on the west side, and we'll probably have that at the next board meeting. It just wasn't ready for this one. So with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions on right-of-way acquisition.
You said 10% per year, so that would just be while construction's occurring, which is what happened.
From the date of the agreement. So the expectation is that we will get through the FEMA process and have this out for bid this winter, and it will start construction the next construction season in the spring. If that was to be delayed because of FEMA for some reason, we would have to pay this a second time if it didn't make it into that season. The temporary portions. The box culvert up in the Horton Township that we just completed, that one was delayed because of the flood. So we ended up paying that person a temporary easement for 2 seasons, a couple $100. Sometimes it's unavoidable.
Interest in action on that, gentlemen?
Make a motion for the L-15 bridge.
I-15.
I-15 bridge, okay.
Support.
A motion from Loring, support from Schulte to approve the right-of-way purchase for the I-15 bridge project. Further discussion? If no discussion, all those in favor signify with aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Those approved. Also have before us consider approval for right-of-way purchase for the F10 bridge project.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The F10 bridge is south of Sibley here on Pierce Avenue. A couple months ago, we had the first of those purchases. This is the second of 3 purchases that we're going to need for that bridge. There's 3 property owners involved. F10 bridge does actually involve some permanent roadway easement along with temporary easement. So in this case, exact same process. These people will be getting, however, a higher amount because they'll get that full price per acre for the right-of-way portion, and then that 10% for their temporary easement portion. This is the second property owner, and they have signed the purchase agreement as well. I'm still working on the third property owner for that project, and that one will probably take another month or so to get through. But other than that, it's very similar. The F10 bridge is the bridge that was in our capital program to use our HBP funds. However, we bundled that with other projects across the state for that CBHP grant. So the timeline on that one's a little more nebulous now. It's with the federal government for that grant.
What is the location on that? Sorry.
It's on Pierce Avenue, south of Sibley, south of 210, or around 210th Street. So just about a mile.
Pit down there?
What's that?
The one south of Linens pit?
Yes, it's south of Lincoln's Pit, pretty much the first bridge south of the pit. The bridge it's bundled with the state is the bridge between Lake Park and Spirit Lake, where they just did the new concrete overlay project. You'll notice the bridge where the pavement narrows and there's still a section of old pavement there. That's the bridge that's bundled with our bridge.
consideration for the right-of-way purchase for F10 bridge project.
I'll make a motion for that, yeah.
Second it.
A motion from Helmers, support from DeBoer for approval of the right-of-way purchase for the F10 bridge project. Any further discussion? No discussion. All those in favor of approval of the motion signify with aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Bless you. We are looking to consider approval of Title VI agreement with Iowa DOT and related Title VI assurances.
Mr. Chair. So in 2023, I was appointed as the Title VI coordinator, a requirement to ensure that as we administer federal funds, that we comply with Title VI in terms of non-discrimination on race, national origin, creed, and things like that. I went to some training a couple weeks ago and learned that the delegation of authority to me as a Title VI coordinator is a delegation of the executive of the organization, which is the chair. So at the time of 2023, Mike delegated that to me. I learned at my training that every time the executive changes, we have to redelegate that authority to me. So we did not do that in 2024 or this year. That was my mistake. So now that Jason is the chair, if he so chooses to delegate that authority, it needs to be redone, and it would need to be redone again next year if the board chooses a different chair. Unless Jason, you would like to take over and be the Title VI coordinator.
I would gladly encourage the board to allow that designation.
Are you sure, Jason?
If you got it done, I think it's only fitting.
I would make a motion for that change.
I'll support that.
We have a motion from Helmer, support from Schulte. Approve the Title VI agreement designating Mr. Brand as the representative. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor of that approval signify with aye.
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 Those opposed, same sign. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
9:15 for public hearing. In the meantime.
Miscalculated that. Should have done a 9 o'clock public hearing.
We will look at claims in the meantime, I guess. I see that there's one for Bosma Water Service in claim number 497. Bring your attention to. Election and the auditor's office jumps their claim.
Yep.
It's hand in hand, doesn't it?
Mhm. Thankfully, the county doesn't have to pay for that. We get reimbursed.
Rochelle, how come you have to, on elections, how come you have to write 2 different checks? What's that for individuals?
Well, she did it as 2 separate claims. It'll write out as one check.
Oh,
As long as it's the same fund, it'll be one check. She just did it as 2 separate claims.
With the sheriff's office, with that Explorer they bought, can't they buy that here? Or aren't they set up for the state
They really
prices?
don't wanna deal with it, they just as soon have it, we get it out of wherever that is, Ames or Ankeny or whatever that is.
Oh, okay. Just
But
wanted to,
it's been discussed and it's not a big, isn't a big deal, they said for him, so
okay.
we just get it out of. And also they actually sometimes just have them on hand. Cause I think one time they actually shuffled it up here, but by the time they messed with it, they said it wasn't worth the effort, so.
And I was just kinda curious why.
Keith by Business Corner, if you know where I'm talking about. They put up a, Jake break or whatever they call that. Was that something you guys did or, okay.
It was requested for us, but I don't think it says Jake break.
I didn't know, I just noticed it last week and I didn't know if that was something they just put up
That
or,
was requested.
okay, that's fine. I just,
Should say no engine brake, I would think.
yeah, that's what it says, yeah.
Joe Bosma called me.
Who?
Joe Bosma.
Oh,
There's a town that don't have them.
I know, I thought maybe somebody just put it up because of them.
Well, I figured
The guy that lived there could make signs. I just thought, well, maybe he didn't like the noise, you know?
people in the corners, I figured.
But I figured there was a process to go through to do that, so.
They were up my hairs too.
I'll make a motion on the Bosma water.
Second.
I will abstain on that motion. Motion by Schulte, support from DeBoer to approve claim 497 to Bosma Water Service. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor of approval signify with aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Abstain. We have the remainder of the claims to consider.
I will make a motion for the rest of the claims.
Second.
We have a motion by Helmers, support from Loring to approve the remainder of the claims presented. Any further discussion? favor of approval signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, same sign. That gives me time to have a brownie before 9:15. Sorry. Pardon me, Lena. Anyone else while I'm scooping?
The brownie, Sandra, do you want a brownie?
I keep it open. Just had to make sure that first
You're
one's good.
good?
Yeah. Jason.
If I pass that down, I might need one.
Keith, you want one?
I'm good for that.
You sure?
Did you want one, Sandra?
I do eat it, but I should. It's a good time to kill it. I know they're good. Thank you.
Bob like the new cat.
I haven't heard much about it yet. I mean, it takes a while to get them in the field, you know, 'cause radios and other equipment that we put on and stuff like that, but I believe he's using it now.
We'll go see if that crane's doing anything.
You've seen that in it?
We'll see if that crane's doing anything.
He'll like it when he keeps hanging out.
You guys want to sign this and open that up?
Yeah, from what I understand, the joystick ones are a joy to operate.
I don't know why Mike never wanted one, but he's just old school, Mike Finnegan.
On that way with skid steers, like the modern way
I found
people
the
on the skid
original one.
steers, and I like
See, I
I like
did.
using them like a tank. You know, different arms. I know that some
Yeah,
people
they
work
keep those
all the
too.
movement with one side. Thank
I
you.
know I rented one this summer, but
She's
Pete
gonna sign that. Do you notarize?
It's a
Yeah,
recommendation.
I
Take it to
notarize
the
it.
right side.
had a heck.
That one didn't look like it had a signature. This one does.
So how do I do that? What date do I put on the signature?
It's
Okay,
you date,
date,
yeah,
okay.
the date of the action.
That one was signed, so.
There's just one form you just. Okay,
This is the one I wanted.
okay, and this is another one.
I know one time during the summer, you know, when the guys are off on Fridays, we had a delivery, morning. We had a delivery job, and I had to get down there in the skid steer and unload something off a pallet. It was in joystick mode and stuff. It was a mess. I got it off though, got it done. Wasn't my best moment.
We've been here a little early, but we were watching the guys, make sure they were doing everything right up.
Oh, are they moving the crane?
Yeah, they got it in the.
Well, it's advertised for 9:15, so they can't take action until now.
No, I'm just.
Less business than I thought.
We're waiting now.
Waiting?
I should have made it 9 o'clock.
It was nice this morning, there was, the bugs were, little beetle things, everything, just, the no-see-ums were just going crazy yesterday. I don't know what it is, but, wow.
Starting to find ladybugs in my house now.
Yeah.
The ladybugs.
Yeah.
I don't know how they find they find their way in somehow.
We used a leaf blower to blow the door off before we went inside last night.
They were just stuck to the screen door like they wanted in. I was like, holy smokes.
Need to get the airplane spraying again.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just all the crops coming out or what's going on, but they're definitely migrating.
Bugs come out.
Little black ones are bad too.
Yeah, them little biting, little seeing things.
Yeah, I was trying to trim my bushes last night. I got bit up quite a bit.
Was that Sunday? Sunday. They were, hey, you were watching those too.
They had to have instructions.
Oh, yeah, that's why I said, we were not right there, but we had to make sure they were doing it right.
Yeah.
Sunday, the little no-see-ums were really bad in the house. It's just inside, here was there.
Craig was pretty comfortable. He slipped back his foot up on the windshield. He was comfortable.
AC going.
Yeah.
Seen them windmill ones? Their whole feet laid back. I think it was, it's a lot of it's up in the air.
Boy, that's just busy if I lay back like that for
Crazy, you can do ATVs, and I can do them, they take out from over there. You can do ATVs any county you want.
Boats too.
Yeah.
They changed that law like a year ago. I think there's a convenience fee, but it's pretty convenient.
Yeah, it's pretty convenient, you're already in town.
Because I can do mine right here in Corpus now.
I used to go there every day, you know, for work, every day. So it's pretty convenient.
What do you do?
I used to work at Pier Fishing. But I'm retired, so, yeah. Now I'm gonna go fishing.
And fishing?
And fishing, I want to go fishing, so. Yeah, fishing's been good.
So even though you work at fishing, you do enjoy fishing.
Unfortunately, yeah, you get the purpose of working at Pier Fishing was you get 70% off or whatever. Well, unfortunately, I got lots of, he's like, do you really need that big rod and rail combo? Well, yeah, you never know.
Then you have to learn how to clean a fish. And the worst part of it is then you have to eat them too.
Oh, I love fish.
There's a place over there in
Like
Lincoln
fish.
that'll clean them for you.
Yeah. But the eating them.
A friend of mine just come up on Sunday, and we took him in to go out fishing at East Lake. And, we probably caught 100 fish, 5 different species of fish. It was just, they were having a blast. They weren't gonna keep any for a while, and then we ended up keeping 29 fish, 29 yellows. And they eat just like a perch. They're really good to eat, fillet really nice. So we kept 29, Noah filleted them for him. He could take them back to Sioux City. Yeah.
We do have 9:15, and that's identified as the time for the public hearing for a petition of rezoning property in Fairview Township. zoning from ag district to rural residential district. We can open the public hearing and receive comments. I'll ask if there were any written comments.
I have not received any.
Mr. Chair, there were no written comments. We did have one phone call from a neighbor to the north who inquired if this rezoning were to go through and a residence were to be constructed, if that residence would then create a new proximity requirement if you were to do a hog confinement in the future. The answer is yes. The resident, however, said he has no plans for a hog confinement and has no objection to the rezone. He was just inquiring about future regulations. And that was during the period before the planning and zoning action. We have received no further comment since the planning commission. Planning commission did approve the recommendation to the board unanimously. Would you like a presentation of what the zoning
You
is?
provided the, sure, but go ahead.
I
Yeah,
did.
you
It's
provided the
similar to what I
background,
wrote
but-
down. Mr. King desires to divide his property such that his son can have a parcel residence nearby to him. It would normally meet the requirements for parcel size in the ag district of a minimum of 2 acres. That's not the issue. The issue is the agricultural zoning has a restriction of 1 residence per quarter or 40-acre parcel of land. So with Mr. King's current residence already there, it does not meet that requirement. So rezoning to rural residential gets away from that 1 per 40 requirement and just becomes a rural residential requirement of a minimum of 1 acre. However, Mr. King does desire to parcel off approximately 4 acres for his son.
The opportunity for the public to comment on this. We're seeing no public. I ask if you guys want to make any comments, but I guess my question would be, you say that you want your son close, but not too close. Is this providing enough space for?
I mean, you always want your kids around, but not, before, if I may talk, I may. So before this happened, my accident happened 2 years ago, he was all full intent on moving somewhere, but, maybe Spirit Lake or whatever, 'cause at that time, he was working in Spirit Lake for Radcliffe Directional Drilling. And it was nice having him, I wanted away, but obviously close enough where if I needed something. But after my accident happened, it's nice having, he just decided to live at home, which has been a blessing. But he needs his own space too, and I need mine. But I also like to call him up and say, hey, I have an issue, so hey, can you come over? And it's only 5 minutes away versus could be 25 minutes away. So, and then I have the opportunity to have a piece of land that he could possibly build a house on. So I think that would be beneficial to me and to my family. So that's all I have to say.
I think we can close the public hearing. Any action needed on setting a public hearing date for ordinance?
The public, if the ordinance would need to be within 30 days of this public hearing, my recommendation would be at the next meeting, the first meeting of October, which is the 14th, I think.
We're still with, I don't know if it's 4 and 10 or 4 and 20 or 10 and 20, but we're still within that. Right, because I'll put it in the paper next week, so it'll be,
I would go in the paper, yeah.
yeah, so we meet the requirements. Either way, if it's,
Having held that public hearing, we would look to set a public hearing date for an ordinance amending the zoning ordinance for the rezoning from ag to rural residential.
You thought at our next board meeting would be good?
I believe so, yes.
I'll make that
Can you
motion.
guess what time, or?
Not quite.
We would have department heads 9:15 again, you're thinking, or did
Or
we do something else?
8:45.
8:45, yeah, so 9 o'clock should work for the public hearing.
Okay.
I'll support that.
We have a motion from Schulte, support from Helmers to proceed with setting the public hearing date for ordinance number 65 for October 14 at 9 a.m. Any further discussion on that item?
Rochelle, do you put that announcement in then?
I just thank you guys for going through the proper channels and just doing something and finding out afterwards that there's a different way. All right. Anything else? We'll take our vote on that motion to set the public hearing for the 14th at 9 a.m. All those in favor signify with aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Would we look to waive future readings and stuff like that too, or?
Yeah, I was
do we
gonna
have
talk
that
to John
available?
to make sure if we can do it at that all the same meeting, if we have to wait.
Okay. All right, that sounds good. Thank you. Anything under the other business? You too, thanks.
I talked to Sandy, yes, I just talked to Sandy this morning. I think the board probably has to meet next week to decide what to do with the opioid money, because that only good until October 1 for the $20,000 rebate or whatever they're calling it. So she would appreciate if the board could meet next week to discuss that.
There is a time limit on that?
She said October 1.
Oh, for us to order,
Yeah, to order it, yes, yes. And I mean,
not to spend the money.
well, that's probably part of that too, I'm guessing, because she's probably gonna have to have something.
Not that the opioid doesn't require spending by a certain date.
No,
Simply
no, that,
approving
no,
use of
yeah,
those
I'm sorry, misunderstood, yeah. But we're probably gonna have to designate some of that money for the opioid, out of the opioid money.
Is there a preference on when we would want to meet to address that?
If that's all we're gonna meet them, I'll probably just call them.
Yeah, I don't have anything else on the agenda for
I
them.
think I'll have to too, because I may be out of town.
We don't have to meet Tuesday either then.
Can we do it this week yet?
Yeah, possibly. That works, whatever works for the board. I don't know what Don and Kevin, I don't know if they've talked yet or not, but I can ask
I know
them.
for me this week it'll work easier than next week. But it's up to you guys, you don't have to for me, so.
Whatever you guys think. I can probably call in whenever if that's all we're gonna talk about.
What about Monday morning at 8:45 or
Sure.
can you be there this week? Friday morning?
Friday morning I couldn't.
Like to meet on Friday at 8:45 or?
Sure.
Sounds good to me.
Anything else? Hearing none, we'd look for that last item, adjournment. Any motions?
If we have to, I will.
I'll make a motion.
You can put it whatever order you want. We have
Okay.
Schulte for
I have Schulte
adjournment.
first, then you second.
All right.
So how I heard it, so.
All those in favor of adjournment signify with aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign.